You're welcome. And my name is Kofi Bartels. Of course, we are all mourning the passing of the immediate past governor of Ondo State in southwest Nigeria, Akeredolu, who passed on. It was announced yesterday in a hospital in Germany following a protracted case of cancer. Of course, we want to go back in time to look at the trajectory and the timeline of the travails of the governor, then governor of Ondo State, who passed on yesterday. And of course, there's been a protracted case of both medical, social, and political intrigues regarding Akeredolu, the government of Ondo State, and the deputy governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa. And right now, of course, we know that the deputy governor yesterday was sworn in right at the government house in Akeredolu, the Ondo State capital, and he now is a substantive governor of Ondo State in line with the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Unfortunately, the governor passed on from a protracted case of prostate cancer. It was announced by his son, who also released a statement yesterday. Well, Governor Akeredolu had gone on a medical leave, a 21-day medical leave in June of 2023 when he traveled to Germany for treatment of an unspecified illness. He was expected to return to Nigeria in July 2023, but he didn't. His prolonged absence triggered numerous controversies in the state as his officials and family family members jostled for control of government, it was alleged at the time. Now, when Governor Akeredolu didn't return to Nigeria as promised in his letter to the State House of Assembly, he wrote to the lawmakers again, a second letter, on July 15, 2023, requesting for an extension of the medical leave. The governor also requested through a letter to the state's lawmakers then that his deputy, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, should take over in acting capacity. Let's fast forward to Thursday, September 7, 2023. He returned finally to Nigeria after spending 93 days on medical leave in Germany. But he was expected to resume office, and his activities as governor. For 3 months, he wasn't seen in Ondo State, the state that he was meant to govern. He was said to be in his house in the ancient city of Ibadan, in neighboring Oyo State. And he was last seen in the picture his wife, Aiyedatiwa Akeredolu, posted of him in an aircraft on her Instagram with a caption, homebound. That was the last he was seen. Now, whilst late Governor Akeredolu was in Ibadan, a senior advocate of Nigeria, Akeredolu, alleged that some government officials in Ondo were forging the signature of the then Governor Akeredolu on documents. Now, Akeredolu refuted those allegations in a statement released by his chief press secretary, describing the claim that his signature was being forged as utterly preposterous and ludicrous. Now, of course, following increased agitations and allegations and all that, we had some protests in Ondo State. Last month, the Court of Appeal in Abuja dismissed an appeal filed by the Ondo State House of Assembly and Olamide Oladiji, the Speaker of the House, challenging a ruling stopping the removal of Lucky Aiyedatiwa from office as Deputy Governor of State following an application by the appellants to withdraw the suit, as they said that the parties in that matter had found a political solution around the problem. Don't forget that there was some presidential intervention from Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu between the deputy governor on one hand and the House of Assembly on the other hand, when, of course, there were rumors that they wanted to impeach the deputy governor for what they found to be allegations of misconduct of some sort. So the Assembly also, after withdrawing, that suit, applying to withdraw the suit, issued a directive to the Chief Judge to immediately, before they applied to withdraw the suit, they had issued a directive to the Chief Judge, then, before the withdrawal, to immediately set up a 7-man panel to investigate the then Deputy Governor Aiyedatiwa. However, Aiyedatiwa had secured an ex parte order in September restraining the Ondo State House of Assembly from impeaching him. So it was quite a murky situation, almost like what you have in Rivers State. Now, On Wednesday, December 6, 2023, the Ondo State Ondo State High Court granted 4 Nigerian citizens leave to serve notice of hearing on the Speaker of the House of Assembly, the members of the House of Assembly, Governor Akeredolu, members of the State Executive Council, after they applied to aid for an order compelling the State House of Assembly to set up a panel to probe the health condition of Akeredolu. Now, we want to go to his last days. Following increased agitations, the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor announced in a statement that he, the Governor, will be proceeding on another medical leave on December 13, and that power would be transmitted to his deputy in the interim. Now, that was the last we heard of Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, SAN, before his death. And, of course, travails of the then Deputy Governor, Aiyedatiwa, are well documented. May his soul, the soul of Aketi, rest in perfect peace. Amen. Honorable Olugbenga Omole is a spokesman of the 9th Ondo State House of Assembly. He joins us live from Akeredolu, the Ondo State capital. It's good to have you, Honorable, and thank you so very kindly for your time. Honorable Olugbenga Omole, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you.
Okay, welcome, welcome. What's your reaction to the passing, the sad passing of your former governor, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, SAN?
Again, please come again. I have issue with the other.
Okay, we want your reaction. Of course, we know you were sad and you are grieving, but we just want to hear from you, your reaction to the passing of your former governor, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, SAN.
Okay, good evening. It's a very sad day in Ondo State yesterday. Personally, it's a personal loss to me because Oluwarotimi Akeredolu is our leader. Is a governor that has done so much for the people of Ondo State, not only Ondo State, but the entire southwest Nigeria. You will recall that he was at the forefront of establishing the southwestern Nigeria security outfit codenamed Amotekun. And in the last 6 years, Ondo State has experienced unprecedented development under his watch. So, hearing the news of his demise yesterday was like a thunderbolt. It jolted us to our spine. As you know, he has been sick for some time. And unfortunately, the closest aides to him and the handlers of his media outfit has not done enough to let the world really know what is happening. The story that culminated into his demise is not hidden, it's something that is known. In your intro, you mentioned that he has gone on medical leave for a couple of times. I think the last time he transmitted a letter to the House of Assembly that he'll be going on medical vacation on December 13th thereabout was the 5th time he will be transmitting power to the now governor, His Excellency Lucky Orimisan Aiyedatiwa. So it's not a new thing to us that he was sick. We know he was sick, but the extent of his sickness and his condition was what has been shared in secrecy by his close aides. Having said that, the governor of Ondo State now, His Excellency Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, has declared 3 days mourning. Your career has to put a lot of pressure on me to come for this interview because ordinarily my spirit is down, and that is the mood throughout the length and breadth of Ondo State. But then, death will surely come when it will come. Governor Akeredolu died an hero. He made his impact in all facets of life. A life venture, a former president of Nigerian Bar Association, a former Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice in Ondo State, a two-time governor. I mean, we give it to him that he did his best, and his legacy, we outlive him.
All right. Olugbenga Omole, you said that his media team didn't tell the truth about his true state. What was the true state of the late Rotimi Akeredolu when he left, before he left, when he left for his medical leave, when he returned, for those 3 months when he was in Ibadan, said to be governing the state and approving government, spending and documents and contracts? But what was the true state of Rotimi Akeredolu?
You see, if the governor have not died now, these people, these aides and some members of the cabinet will still tell you that they spoke with him yesterday. That is what they keep on saying. The Commissioner for Information was on live TV. I said he spoke with they keep on saying they spoke with the governor 2 weeks ago, 3 days ago. But what played out in all this is that some people are not even sincere to the man. I said it on this channel a couple of days ago that Governor Akeredolu that we know, that everybody know, is a courageous man and a man that will say his mind anytime. These people cash on the situation of his bad health, and they started behaving like a bull in a china shop. On the issue of forgery, it's an established fact that some commissioners and some aides were forging the signature of the governor. I want to take you back to the last meeting that was held in Abuja, when the president held a meeting with the speaker, the chairman of the party, the secretary to the government, and a few senators, and 2 or 3 senators from the state, where the president advised that the constitution must be followed. Because the president of the country, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, really know what is happening, because at that meeting, when the issue of transmission of letter was raised, the son of the governor, Babajide Akeredolu, who is a member of the cabinet, said that he will bring an electronically signed letter of transmission. At that point, you should know that at that point, the Akeredolu could not sign. Because if he could, the issue of bringing electronically signed documents will not arise. So these people, some of them are already resigning their appointment because they know the game is over. It's unfortunate that these people are cashing out on a man they claim they love and a man they claim they are working for to do a lot of evil. Like I said,
yes. So to what end? Yes. To what end was all of this? Where forging of signatures, which you are alleging, and of course, a commissioner in the cabinet also made the allegation. A senior advocate of Nigeria, who's from Ondo State, also made the allegation. So to what end was the forging of his signature, alleged forging of his signature? What were they using that for?
Come again, please.
Yeah. What was the motive, the purpose for this alleged signature forgery?
Of course, it's for fraud. You know, the man is down, he was sick, and they want to carry on getting approval, doing approval. I saw 5 approval from a particular ministry, all are fake, and they are even different from one another. One is to the tune of 3.9 billion, Ministry of Infrastructure, Lands and Housing. So it's unfortunate that the governor have to die now. Personally, I don't wish him to die. Now, I expected that he will get well and we see all these things these people have done. But unfortunately, death have denied us of that. The Akeredolu that we know, he has told me personally that if anybody give him unnecessary pressure, he will leave the seat and go back to his chamber. He has a second address. So most of these things, the governor was not aware that these things have been done. That is the unfortunate thing there. He was not aware that they are using his condition to perpetrate fraud.
Okay, Olugbenga, Omole, how come?
As you are aware, petition has been written to EFCC and other anti-graft agency, and I know investigation has started, and I believe at the end of the day, these people will be brought to book.
Okay. Are you sure the persons you're referring to will be brought to book? Are you sure we won't have a political intervention to do what Africans do, which is to say, well, let bygones be bygones.
Yeah,
you know, Africa, now. we have human factor.
Now.
Yeah.
We are talking of monumental fraud here, so I don't think this will be swept under the carpet. It's in the open. It's not an individual money. We are talking of the Commonwealth of the people of Ondo State.
Olugbenga, Omole, I want to put it to you that there's a possibility, maybe it could be argued, a high possibility that politics will intervene in any probe, because you said the son of Rotimi Akeredolu, you're accusing him, and others who I've spoken to on this program, like Omole Shore, of being a part of a cabal that forged, and this is fraud, forged the signature of the governor of Ondo State on government documents, including approval of sums of money belonging to the people of Ondo State. Now, if his son is involved, isn't there a high possibility, you know, that they can say, oh, let's come for a meeting, let's sit down, you know, let bygones be bygones. In respect of the man who has died, his family, let's just leave them alone. Whatever has happened, let them return. Gentleman's agreement. So you know what I'm talking about, Honorable?
I don't want to preempt anything here, but I don't want to toe that line, because it is not the governor that perpetrated this. I mean, it's not the former governor that did this. They are his appointees, and these are people that claimed they love this man, and these are the closest set of people to him. They are the ones that shielded him from others. And you know, somebody that is sick and is down, most of the decision around him is not taken by him. You understand? So I'm sure he's not aware. He was not aware that this thing, like I said, if it was not announced that he died yesterday, these people will still be telling us that they spoke with the governor said this, the governor said that. Like, I'm getting emotional now. I don't want to really talk about it. Like I said,
yes,
we are still in a mourning period now,
yes,
and we should give respect to the departed soul, because this is a man that has done so much for us. Yes. He was our leader, and the governor that we voted for twice, and we believe he will finish his term by February 2025. But unfortunately, They snatch him away from us so fast.
Okay. Honorable Olugbenga Omole, you're saying this man deserves at least the EFCC to go after those who went behind him allegedly to forge his signature to sign documents. You're saying he told you that he doesn't like such pressure. If anything like that comes, he will just go back to his chamber as law practice. Should the EFCC, and law enforcement agencies follow this petition and investigate it to the end to prosecute everyone who is involved? Or would you welcome a political settlement of sorts? Or do you want EFCC to go ahead, make sure government, the politics should stay away from it, and let everyone who has benefited from this man's, ill health illegally pay the price? What do you want to happen?
Well, like I said, I'm having issue with hearing you, but what I can take from what you say is that maybe there'll be a political solution. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, I'm saying, what do you want to see? Would you like to see such a political solution, or you want the EFCC and law enforcement agencies to go after everybody who is a suspect in this and responsible?
Everybody in Ondo State wants this to be investigated, and anybody found culpable should face the music.
Okay, all right. Thank you. What's the legacy? What legacy is Aketi leaving behind? What were some of his accomplishments as governor of Ondo State that you think he should be remembered for?
Akeredolu has a lot of legacy, uncountable. Like, for example, I was a one-time education secretary representing my local government, and for that year alone, I think 2017, UBEC, Universal Basic Education Commission, and the State Universal Education Commission works hand in hand. I mean, there's a counterpart funding that is drawn from the UBEC. And when he came on board in 2016, he realized that his immediate predecessor has not been forthcoming in paying the counterpart funding from Ondo State. And Governor Akeredolu saw the dilapidated state of most of the public primary schools in Ondo State. You know what he did? He paid counterpart funding for 4 years. So the job for 4 years were given out in 1 year. So there was massive renovation, reconstruction, and rehabilitation of primary school across the length and breadth of Ondo State. Governor Akeredolu will be remembered as the governor that built the first flyover in Ore, in Ondo State. Governor Akeredolu will be remembered for giving Ondo State Port Ondo. We can go on and on and on and on. His legacy are all over, dot all the landscape of Ondo State. He's a governor that we will remember for good.
We also hear, some people talk about his legacy. They mention Omole. Is that something that you think should also be? He should also
yes,
be remembered for?
I should have mentioned that. That was one of his major legacy. I've mentioned that earlier on because at a point in Ondo State and most states of the Southwest, the S-men were all over there having a field day. I mean, destroying farmlands, killing, maiming, and raping people without caution. Governor Akeredolu has to take the bull by the horn by rallying his colleagues, governor in the Southwest, and they came out with the Southwest Security Network, codenamed Amotekun. And ever since the establishment of that outfit, we can sleep with our 2 eyes closed in Ondo State. Although we still have some skirmishes here and there, but criminality and crimes has greatly reduced due to this noble innovation.
All right. The governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has said, there are some projects that Rotimi Akeredolu could not complete, and that he wants to, complete those projects. Which ones do you think he should really focus on?
Yeah, there are so many projects going on right now. For example, there's another flyover bridge that's under construction in Akure. There are so many road networks going on, and there's massive rehabilitation of the University Teaching Hospital in Akure. So there are a lot of projects that are ongoing, and I know the new governor, His Excellency Lucky Ayedatiwa, we make sure that he completes all these projects.
All right. Some have said, there's a tendency for those in the political sphere to always have this bandwagon attitude of moving with whoever is in power, singing the praises of whoever is in power, trying to carry the favor of whoever is in power. There was an issue with the governor of Ondo State. The information, like you've said, real state of his health was not made known to the public by his handlers. And it was kept secret even when he was incapable of governing the state, you're saying. His signature was being allegedly forged. Off the top of my head, I know that there was just a handful of voices from Ondo State raising the alarm of this situation. I can remember 3. The SAN, who I mentioned in my introduction, the commissioner, who wrote a letter, to the deputy governor regarding that. I've forgotten his name. And then Omole, who is from Ondo State. Maybe a few others. And now we hear lots of you now saying, oh, something was happening. But how come we didn't hear from most of you from Ondo State? When the man was alive, that no, something is wrong. This is what's going on. What was going on? Was it that most of the voices from Ondo State are now speaking up were afraid? Was it that they were just trying to stay in the good books of the governor? Or what?
Yeah, some of us have been very outspoken about this. I was on your channel a couple of weeks ago, and we've been outspoken about this. We knew this evil being perpetrated by these people, and we didn't keep quiet. At a point, the leader of Afenifere, Ruben Fashion, you have to personally write a letter to the president. There was a lot of tension in Ondo State. And people that could speak were speaking on social media. The only thing that was not allowed to happen was a protest. And we too spoke with most of the youth that they should not go out in the street because the protest could be hijacked and there could be casualty. But the fact that a lot of people are not speaking out does not mean that people are not agitating in the background. Few of us were speaking, and we made a lot of moves. We reached out to so many civil society organizations. We spoke out that the Constitution should be respected, and this got to the ear of the president, and that was why the 2 meetings that was held in Aso Rock was called. And you can see the sequence. You see, I want to say here, with that mindset word, that it is this close aides of the governor that actually kill him. That's for a fact. Because I'm saying this because as at the time he was brought back to Nigeria in September, it was obvious the late governor was not due to be discharged from the hospital. But because they want to bring him back and use him to do a lot of fraud. If you recall, it was around that time that the federal government gave the 36 states of the federation the palliative fund. And it was around that time too that they were planning the impeachment of the governor now, who was a deputy governor then. So that was the reason they brought him back. If they didn't bring him back, in September, I can assure you that Governor Akeredolu will still be alive now. That's a fact. They brought him back to prosecute the ill-fated and failed impeachment. They brought him back so that people will know he's around, and so any approval they got, we believe those approvals are from him. Those are the two main reasons they brought him back.
Okay. So this is a grave allegation. You are saying that but do you have any evidence for this? Because, I mean, you should be able to have a view of his medical records to be able to tell that he wasn't due to be released, you know. Because we saw a picture of him sitting in a private jet. His wife, you know, put a picture and shared it on Instagram with the words homebound. And then when he got back, Governor Sanwo-Olu and other governors from the Southwest paid him a visit in his home in Ibadan, I believe, and there was a picture of him as well. You know, so it's debatable. Some reports or rumors also say that the German hospital released him to go home, that there was nothing more they could do. So I don't know what you have to say about this.
I want to maintain my stand on this. You see, the kind of illness that he has requires that, I'm not a medical doctor, but in those pictures that you claim was shown, you should know he was frail. He was not in the best of health. At a point, we saw a video where he was with his governor's colleague, but there was no audio in that video. You understand? So, like I said, they were packaging this man contrary to his own belief. The Akeredolu that we know will not allow that to happen, because Akeredolu, to me, and a lot of people, does not really fancy staying in power, perpetrating himself in power against his will. Like I said earlier on, if it was not announced that he died yesterday, these people will still be claiming to us that they spoke with him yesterday or day before yesterday. Like I said, it's unfortunate that we are talking about this now. May God grant him eternal rest. We should allow the man to rest and face other things. Like I said, the governor has declared 3 days mourning, starting from today till Saturday. But life must go on. There must not be vacuum in governance. That was why the new governor was sworn in yesterday. And I know in the days ahead, as events unfold, you will see facts in most of these things I'm saying.
Okay. Honorable Olugbenga, Omole, I know it's difficult, you know, to talk because, like you said, you're all in mourning. We sincerely appreciate your time tonight, and we're not oblivious of that fact. And also, we join you to mourn the great man that he was. You've said a lot tonight, and I know you're doing this to honor, you know, the memory of this man, because if his death is in vain, then I don't think you will be happy that you had a opportunity to say something you didn't say. So we also appreciate that you're doing that. But you've said some of his aides and maybe even commissioners have begun resigning, those who played a role in hiding the state of health of the former late Governor Akeredolu are resigning. Now, what's your view of the fact that the State House of Assembly led the charge against Lucky Aiyedatiwa and tried to impeach him, going all the way to the courts, and ordering the Chief Justice of Ondo State to institute a panel to investigate some allegations against Ayedatiwa with a view to impeaching him? Should there be repercussions, consequences for the Speaker of the Ondo State House of Assembly and the members of the Ondo State House of Assembly who were leading this charge, seeing that other aides who played a role, resigned? And bearing in mind the fact that the House of Assembly, if they had information on his true state of health, were the ones to say we want the sort of a probe of his health so that we can release him or relieve him of his duties as governor and put up the deputy governor instead for the smooth running of the state.
Well, you saw, I know you followed the sequence of what happened till yesterday. The late governor was brought back to Nigeria on September 7. He had a meeting September 8. The following day, the aides of the deputy governor, then now governor, was sacked, and the purported impeachment process started. At a point, I read it, I still have the tabloid. The late governor said he doesn't have hands in the so-called impeachment of the deputy governor. And I want to believe that. I want to believe that because most of the things happening afterwards shows that there are some people that were just using the name of the governor that wanted to get the deputy governor, now governor, out of the way. And to do that, they have to use the State House of Assembly. And during that period too, the governor was not around. The deputy governor was not allowed to sit in the office. So the Speaker then have it in his head that if the governor is not around and the deputy governor will be impeached, he's already seen himself as the acting governor. We can't rule that out. And there are other permutations, that there are some other members of the cabinet that are interested in becoming the deputy governor. And when the deputy governor is impeached, they will become acting governor. So it's all about a lot of intrigues and bad politics that was going on. So, but at the end of the day, the impeachment could not proceed because, one, the chief judge stood on the side of the law. And even at that, at the point, the House of Assembly was divided. They couldn't have the required 2/3 majority to continue with the impeachment. Then again, there were court cases. The governor now, then deputy governor, went to court because when you see all the allegation leveled against him, then they will just capture it as gross misconduct. The first thing they said then was that he wanted to buy a 300 million bulletproof SUV for his personal use. At the end of the day, all these are lies. But we don't want to go back there. We put those behind us now. There's a new sheriff in town, and we want to, quickly as possible, to cover the loss for the past 6 or 8 months where governance have really suffered in Ondo State.
Okay, so yeah, you don't believe, Honorable, you don't believe that the Speaker of the House of Assembly and even the members should face some repercussions, because in climes where things work, there'll be a probe. If there's personal interest, conflict of interest, insincerity or lies, involved in official government process and business, people have to pay the price.
Come again, please. I have issue with hearing you.
Are you saying that you don't think the Speaker of the Ondo State House of Assembly, the 10th Assembly, and members who spearheaded this charge against Aiyedatiwa should pay a price, should receive some punishment?
Well, the legislative arm of government is an independent arm of government. It is their business. If they want to change their leadership, that is their own, issue.
But what would you like to see? Would you like to see the members of the House institute a probe of the Speaker and the members who were in charge of this impeachment drive, who knew the state of the health of Akeredolu, but decided not to rather institute a probe of his health, but a probe of the deputy governor on certain trumped-up charges? You don't think that there should be some repercussions? You don't think that maybe the members, I'm asking for what you think, what do you would like to see? The members of the House should impeach the Speaker of the House of Assembly.
Like I said, it is their business.
What would you, Honorable Olugbenga Omole, what would you like to see?
You just, I would, you know, I'm a former legislator, and that is my constituency. I wouldn't want to say anything here now. You understand? Let them handle their own business. You understand?
But it's the business of Ondo State. The House of Assembly is the House of Assembly, Honorable. You're a former member. You were in the 9th Assembly. Do you know that that is the people's house? They're there representing the people, and everything they do must be done in the best interest of Ondo State. And once that charter is breached, then they have to pay the price. So it's not their personal house. Sir, what would you like to see happen? Should we let it slide for politics' sake, or would you like to see a probe? I'm just asking, whatever you say, we'll take it.
I want to repeat for the uptime time. Let the House take care of their business. You see, they are already in the courts of the public. Like you said, they are politicians, and their constituents saw what they did. And the people of Ondo State saw what they did. So the onus is on them, on the members. I will not speak for them.
Okay.
The onus is on them. If they want to change their leadership, that is their business.
Honorable, quick one. You've answered just a quick one, Honorable.
Of the House of Assembly.
The wife of Rotimi Akeredolu, Betty Akeredolu, has been accused of neglecting him. Do you think these rumors are true? We thought she didn't travel with him to Germany, and that she neglected him and was pursuing the business. In a second, in one sentence, are these rumors true or are they unfounded, in your opinion?
I don't want to comment on the family issue, please.
All right. Honorable, thank you so very kindly for your time. We're sorry you had to feel the heat a little bit in your moment of mourning, but I think we're having a discussion in the interest of Ondo State, and really commend you taking the time to come on our program tonight, and hearts go out to all of you in Ondo State. Our thoughts are with you, and we sincerely share condolences with all of you as well. And may the soul of Aketi rest in peace. Maybe we share a moment of silence for him.
Amen.
Yes, let's share a moment of silence. Just a quick, brief one. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you very much, Honorable Olugbenga Omole, spokesperson for the 9th Ondo State House of Assembly, former lawmaker in the Ondo State House of Assembly. That's been the size of our package, and of course for this week as well and for this year. On behalf of our entire team, it's been a great time right here on Politics HQ. All of those in the control room, our producers, our directors, the graphics people, those on the teleprompter, those on the controls, the vision mixer, those controlling the sound, those who are controlling Zoom, and the Skype systems, those in the MCR, the PCR, the makeup people, the lighting people. I want to say thanks to Uzona, our head of news. I want to say thanks to Gorin, also our producer, our production person right here, Tolu Lope, who is head of programs. Aisha, amazing. Of course, we have several of them. I can't, Tosin, and a lot of others whose name I can't remember. Don't worry. When we come back for our first edition next year, I'm going to give you a full rundown of everybody. And I want to say special thanks to all of you for being a part of our program this year. Thank you very much. And my people, I should thank myself. All right. And thanks to all of those who started the year with us, the like of Benga, who is no longer with us. We'll miss him greatly. And of course, Tosin, our former producer as well. Everyone. It's been a great year. Happy New Year in advance, and see you in 2024. My name is Kofi Bartels. Good night.